now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This segment of the news is brought to you by BTC, powered by Lime.
This is The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Good Saturday evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thanks so much for joining us. We begin tonight with news from the Family Islands. Dozens of residents filled the St. Patrick's Anglican Hall in Governor's Harbour, Eleuthera earlier this week to discuss issues they would like to see changed in the Constitution. Commission Chairman Sean McQueenie not only considered those recommendations and questions, but stressed the real focus behind the series of meetings.
This is not a PLP exercise. This is not an F&M exercise. This is not a DNA exercise. We are here as representatives of the Bahamian community who want to do what is best for the Bahamas.
Chairman of the Constitutional Reform Commission, Sean McQueenie, clearing the air about the task the commission has been charged with as it relates to a laundry list of hot-button issues that adversely affect every Bahamian. At a town meeting in Governor's Harbour on Thursday, McQueenie told scores of Eleuthera residents that the Constitutional Reform Commission has not seen any significant changes over the past 4 decades. He touched on some of the social issues currently being reviewed by the commission.
Do we want to keep the Privy Council? I tell you one thing, if you keep it, you're never going to be able to hang anybody. Just settle your minds on that, okay? The Privy Council philosophically is dead set against capital punishment. Persons in this country who are the children of immigrants, most of them from the Republic of Haiti, who know no other country than the Bahamas, born in the Bahamas, bred in the Bahamas, educated in the Bahamas, have spent every single day of their lives in the Bahamas, and yet such persons have no claim to citizenship. Has the time come to have fixed term limits for prime ministers, for members of parliament?
Now, Governor's Harbour residents did not remain tight-lipped, though, as they dished out a laundry list of questions of their own they want to see addressed in the Constitution.
Can be considered republic status? Then we will be able to elect our president and our Prime Minister, and we will do away with the Governor General.
So this immigration issue and discrimination on the grounds of sex, I wonder, I have a question for you. Are they really tied together, or are they separate provisions?
Now, the insufficient notice received from the Commission for scheduled meetings is another area of concern for Eleuthera residents. However, the Commission's chair assured residents that his team will beef up advertising efforts.
We intend to have television shows talking about constitutional issues. We want to have infomercials which educate people on the Constitution. A
comprehensive report of the recommendations and questions submitted by the people is expected to be presented to the Senate and the government by the end of June for approval. Constitution Reform Commission officials reported that meetings held simultaneously in Rock Sound and Harbour Island were quite successful, with more than 100 residents in attendance. Meantime, the Commission's next stop is Long Island. Food security is key to the survival of any country, and in an effort to make the Bahamas more self-sufficient and competitive in food production, the government is establishing an agricultural school on Andros. It's a vision the nation's Chief Prime Minister Perry Christie says he's happy to finally see unfolding.
I allowed my vision for an agricultural and marine training institute in Andros to fall away, not this time. And a new city will be built around that, because we're going to do it. And we're going to have institutions from around the world coming in as a part of the research that will take place in North Andros.
His comments came during the opening of the Agribusiness Expo earlier this week. He revealed that the school will be situated on the site of the former Agriculture Research Center in San Andros. Agriculture and Marine Resources Minister V. Alfred Gray believes the school will present the opportunity to train Bahamians to take advantage of a nearly $1 billion industry.
The government's commitment goes beyond expos like this. The government has committed hundreds of thousands of dollars to the establishment of an agricultural school and a marine science school in Andros. Work on that school has already begun. And I know when we speak to you during our next expo, we will have students from that school show you what they are doing.
In health news tonight, the 41st Annual Medical Association of the Bahamas Scientific Conference ended today. This year's conference, under the theme Stewardship of Our Profession, Pioneering a Path to a Brighter Future, served as a platform for stakeholders to discuss and reflect upon achieving a common goal of maintaining high standards of medical practice, ethics, and conduct in the Bahamas. While during the opening ceremony, Health Minister Dr. Perry Gomez delivered some good news to local physicians. Altavi's Munnings reports.
Maintaining the commitment to provide quality and adequate health care for all Bahamians, Health Minister Dr. Perry Gomez announced that the Ministry of Health plans to improve public health care by integrating physicians from the Family Health Program into public health clinics nationwide.
It has been determined that there is too much inequity in the system, and this inequity has affected the ability of the public health system to attract physicians essential to delivery of quality health care. The National Health Services Strategic Plan will address the 7 goals addressing inequity and the social determinants of health.
The 2007 Department of Statistics Occupational Wage Survey illustrated that health and social workers were among the highest average annual wage group, with men accumulating a little over $40,000, while women generated $28,536. Dr. Gomez announced at the opening of the Medical Association of the Bahamas' 41st Annual Scientific Conference Wednesday night that Cabinet has already approved a proposal that will place the salaries and salary scales of public health department doctors on par with physicians of the Public Hospitals Authority at a cost of $4 million a year.
This is a national issue and involved consultation with the Ministries of Labor and National Insurance, Ministry of Public Service, and the Ministry of Finance as we collaborated on issues of staffing and finance.
Add to that, the health minister's plan to implement a new medical act during his term in office.
After more than 40 years in the industry, I understand how important the people in the medical profession are to reforming our healthcare delivery system and to improving the quality and value of care that is so essential to the well-being of our people.
In addition to concentrating on topics like stem cell research, continual education for physicians, and advanced breast cancer management, an exhibition has been mounted during the 2-day conference showcasing the latest trends in medical care. Altavi's Munnings for the ZNS News Network.
From the Daily Crime Report, a 24-year-old male is fighting for his life tonight after he was reportedly shot multiple times yesterday. Police say the incident happened around 10:15 last night on Sutton Street off Kemp Road. We're told the victim allegedly got into an altercation with a man and was shot at several times by a third man. Now the victim is detained in serious but stable condition in hospital. Police are actively investigating and appealing for the public's assistance. Meanwhile, police here in the capital are on the hunt for 2 men believed to be responsible for an early morning robbery. Police say the culprits, one of whom was armed with a handgun, reportedly approached a woman on arrival to a Carmichael Road residence after 3 o'clock this morning. The men reportedly robbed the woman of cash and a cell phone and fled the area in an unknown direction. Active police investigations continue. When the weekend edition continues, a local bank promoting the efforts made by the women here in the Bahamas and around the world. That story and more coming up.